Welcome to Attic Angels Servants of Remembrance. My name is Kristen Rice. I'm the community chaplain for Attic Angel Place. It has been a tough year for all of us. And as a community, we are grieving so many things. But we are particularly aware of how much we miss our community members who have died in this year. Months ago, I had hoped that we could gather for a collective time to honor those of our community who have passed away. Instead, I now turn my hope to this time and place, wherever you are and with whomever you are gathered. I hope that you will experience some peace in the readings that are shared, in seeing pictures or mementos of your loved ones, many that you shared with us, and some from our own activities over the years. I hope you will make this time one where you can grieve as you need, where you can cry, laugh, or be still in the memories of your beloveds. If you wish, take this time to pause, set up a candle or two where you are, create a space that feels more open to the emotions and memories that may come in this time. And when you are ready, hit play again and join me and some of my colleagues here as we share in a time of reading and reflection and a slideshow of pictures honoring the members of our Attic Angel community who have died since November of 2019 through to the beginning of November of 2020. Let this be your time. Thank you for joining me.
Our memories build a special bridge when loved ones have to part, to help us feel we're with them still and soothe a grieving heart. They span the years and warm our lives, preserving ties that bind. Our memories build a special bridge and bring us peace of mind.
In the rising of the sun and in its going down, in the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, in the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, in the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, in the beginning of the year and when it ends, when we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they now are a part of us as we remember them.
A death has occurred and everything has changed. We are painfully aware that life can never be the same again, that yesterday is over, that relationships, once rich, have ended. But there's another way to look upon this truth. If life now went on the same, without the presence of the one who had died, we could only conclude that the life we remember made no contribution, filled no space, meant nothing. The fact that this person left behind a place that cannot be filled is a high tribute to this individual. Life can be the same after a trinket has been lost, but never after the loss of a treasure.
I want to take this time to offer a reflection on the ways we can live through and with our grief. This year has been unlike any other most of us have lived through. There are many things that may make our experiences with grief feel even more challenging. We grieve the deaths of beloved people in our lives and our communities, but we also grieve the absence of the rituals and celebrations that we look to for additional support and reassurance that we are loved. We are grieving the loss of plans, the loss of routines, the loss of sharing physical space and shared experiences with people outside of our immediate home arrangements. And right now we are in the midst of a holiday season. Whatever holiday or holidays you may be used to celebrating and commemorating with friends and family, it may feel extra challenging right now to consider these celebrations differently than we would normally choose. And there is grief in that too. There are no easy fixings for grief. And I don't even want to tell you that time will heal all of our wounds, because grief is not a normal wound. Grief does not have a sharp edge like a cut or a dull ache like a bruise. Grief is more a wave of emotion and memory, ebbing and flowing, sometimes crashing within us, sometimes calm and silent. I remember hearing that we have grief because we have loved, and our grief is the love that we have for another person that outlasts our physical time in that relationship. That grief is love and hope that we have for our relationships with one another that we don't get to express or share anymore. I find this pretty helpful because even our most complicated relationships will bring us grief even when they are done, no matter how they finish. Because our love and our hope for one another lasts much longer than the time we have together. So what can we do with this grief within us? How can we honor the love we hold for people who are no longer here? How can we honor the hope we hold for experiences that we cannot have? I think the best thing we can do is simply name what we are feeling when we are feeling it. Grief does not always look like tears and sadness. It can also come out through laughter and memory and joy. It can be anger and feelings of regret. We are often taught not to really feel our feelings or to let our emotions kind of subside for a different place, in a private place. But I want to encourage you that when you are feeling your emotions, you should name them and recognize them and give yourself time to really feel them. If you have someone you trust, share that experience, share your emotion with them, or maybe write about it in a journal. Acknowledging the depths of our grief is the best gift you can give yourself right now. And there are plenty of resources for you to reach out and receive additional support anytime you need. I am here to listen, and I can also help connect you to additional systems of support in your grief. At this time, we move into the slideshow part of our service. I want to say thank you for sharing the pictures you have sent of your loved ones as you are able. And I also want to say thank you to Brenna Kelly, Katie Sauer, Kayla Olson, and Cindy Ballweg, who helped me gather some more wonderful photos from our Attic Angel community. Photos that feature our residents doing things they loved in the last couple of years. Because even with the pandemic limiting what we could do together, we found ways to live with meaning together. You will find that some of our residents who died in this last year did not want pictures shared. So you may see slides with their names and images representing things they enjoyed. You may also know of residents of our community who passed away, but whose names are not in the slideshow. Again, this is to honor their request made in life to not have their names or pictures shared. That does not mean they are any less part of our community and our grief. Additionally, this year our community was impacted by the death of longtime employee in the households, David Schrank. We honor them at this time too. So please enjoy this slideshow and the wonderful faces of people who have left indelible marks on our life and our community.
I'm Mary Ann Drescher, President of the Attic Angel Communities, and I would like to add my heartfelt condolences, but also my gratitude to you as family members for sharing your loved one with our community. I have this theory that we are put on this earth to learn certain lessons and to teach certain lessons to others. Please know that your loved one not only had taught you many lessons over the years, but they continued to do that while they were residing here with us. I think about lessons of strength in the face of adversity, lessons of resiliency, and lessons of love and forgiveness. I believe they've also learned lessons from our staff and from our angels, lessons of dedication, compassion, and the power of humor. I also offer my gratitude to the staff of our community. I thank you for welcoming each resident into our Attic Angel family, for trying so hard to learn their favorite interests, their traditions, their ways of communicating, and their preferences, and everything from food to activities to clothing. It's you who made this a home for them and continue to dignify their lives to the end, especially during COVID when families could not be as near. You became the surrogate families. We have a very special community within Attic Angel. Please know that even if your loved one is no longer with us, you have become a member of our extended family, and we will continue to care about you. Thank you so much.
This concludes our service of remembrance. Remember that you and your loved ones are forever woven and knit into the story of our Attic Angel community. May you be surrounded by peace, light, and hope in your journeys to come, filled with the loving memories of those who have gone from this world but not from our hearts, and inspired to share your love and light with the whole world around you.